Hi everyone.
Okay, hello.
Hi. We are here at the beautiful river Nile, cruising.
You can
Can you show a bit
you can show the river.
the river?
Behind that, there's the desert. And nothing else.
And here we are in the lobby of the cruise ship. So after two very intense experiences yesterday, and again not a lot of sleep, so you can see. But so let's talk about yesterday a bit. We went to the Nile River, inside the river Nile.
Yeah.
What did we do?
So, as the river is the most important, the spine of Egypt and the civilization, everyone must ask for permission to the river and to make a bond with the river in order to go to every place, to every temple. So what we have done is to go a little bit into the river. Some of us, they just
Jumped in.
Yeah, they
To
jumped.
swim, yeah.
Yeah. So there's music. Okay. So what we did was a kind of ceremony to get in bound with the river and to make ourselves part of the river. So after that, we went to a hill in the desert. Oh, here's the desert. You can see it. So we went to the desert and into a hill like 2 years ago, and we did this circle to create a portal to call every ancestors and the new generations ahead, to call them all to be together in this no time, no space work that we are going to do in the pyramid.
And everything was led by thought.
Yeah, this was the first moment in the trip that Jahut thought appears, and what's that noise? and he started to. There's a temple carved in the rocks. Hay un templo tallado en las piedras.
Okay, guys.
Okay. So, where were we? And the circle. So we called the ancestors and Jahud thought was there calling also the ancestors of the galaxy, because we just above us we had Orion, we had Sirius, Pleiades, and so they were like
Aligned with us.
yeah, they were aligned with us, and well, what we did there was like try to open a portal to bring all these people with us in order to work with us in this process, because what we are going to do in Daech, which is the pyramid, is to bring that no time, no space frequency in which every people in every time and every space could be with us, connected, in order to help them as we are helping us ourselves in this process. So that's what Jahud come to do, and he talked a lot, but I don't remember exactly what he said.
His energy is quite strict, right?
Yeah, he was very like a teacher, like this like that, this like this, and did he say something? Did he say something important? Well, it was important.
Everything was important.
I tried to remember something that he said, and right now I can't. My mind is sleeping.
We didn't get that.
I'm just an author, you know. So, but I think that the most heavy thing that happened, even for me, I was surprised about what happened today in Komombo.
Today we visited Komombo,
which is the crocodile temple, Sobek. And the first time we came here, it was like it was not a private tour. It was
open to public.
Open, but this time we had it for ourselves.
During the night.
Yeah.
We arrived at around 4 in the morning.
Yeah, and the temple was with lights, and I told to them to turn off all the lights completely.
The only light was the moon.
Yeah, it was the moon, and while we were walking, the moon was appearing in the temple. So it was all dark, and what happened there was that all the process was guided by a draconian. And I know that many people put draconians and reptilians in a bad, in the bad shore of yeah.
Negative beings that people think that they are negative.
Yeah, so it's common because in such a way we are here because of them. So all the galaxies wars and all this control and all this kind of hierarchy of power in the spiritual levels and all that, they are like the worst, they say. But when you hear them and you allow them to see what they have to give to you, they, in their way, which is very weird and very heavy, but the teachings that we got today were like you know, like very strong, very powerful, because it started like something very cruel also, because he was talking like you humans and all that, but it was all a proof, a test.
Yes.
No, it was all kind of a test.
And a lot of people felt.
I don't remember much, so.
A lot of people felt when we were talking later after it, so much love towards that being, right?
Yeah, unconditional love. It was like I know you, I recognize you, and it was like the being was doing the same, but in his way. Everyone was doing the same. It was like feeling some love, and it was amazing because it was like a communion of dark and light working together to preserve the pearl, like the most important pearl, which is as the smallest place in the whole temple. And he said literally, this pearl is also in your heart.
Yes.
And all the rest that covers it is just shit. Exactly said it.
The way they do it.
Yeah. So he said that, and he said, you are like shit. But cover, and you have a beautiful pearl inside. So all this shit has a purpose, to protect that pearl. And so don't be afraid to be who you are.
Yes.
And it was really beautiful in such a way. Yeah. In their way, yeah.
So what was the test you had to do?
Oh, the test was heavy because I had no idea, never know what I'm going to do. I just asked to the beings when I arrived to the temple. And I arrived there, and I just knew that somehow we have to cover our eyes. But I thought that we should do a meditation lying on the floor and it would guide something. But no, we were there and there's like 7 chambers and every chamber was like a chakra. But he never said chakra. He talks about the primitive, about the creation and destruction, about the being, about the heart, the truth, the side, and the divine. And he went. He said to all of us to say, this is who I am.
Yes. And what the fear
and
is.
this is my fear in the creation. This is my fear of love. This is my fear. Well, we have to say our 7 fears in every chamber to recognize that. And not the last one before, in the eyes, he said, now you can see all your fears. So let's see if you are ready to go through them. So cover your eyes, turn back, and all blinded.
Yeah, we had blindfolds.
Yeah, come back through the same chambers and in the dark. And it was like
a lot, like it's 100 people. So, and the ground is not smooth, you know. There is all kinds of rocks and things, and yeah. So we were walking.
How was it?
Well, I can tell for me,
Yeah.
but well, some people were really paralyzed. They couldn't move. This is what I noticed. But for me, it was like walking. For me, the biggest problem was just because I was walking and then
There were people.
were standing, so I had to wait.
Yeah.
But I could feel the energy shifts for each chamber I went through.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I also knew when I was arriving to the end outside. So then it stopped. It was very beautiful, pretty amazing. So.
Yeah, well, it was crazy because there were a few people that went straight. Well, you were one of them. They were straight to the main door, and the 60% of the people were like
Everywhere. They
yeah,
didn't go straight.
Everywhere, and he started to laugh and saying, at the end, you are always lost. And looking for something and you can't find the path. And it was really hard because it was he showed that he showed something very strong for me. I think I was like, this is the practical way to see if you are in the center or not, if you follow others or follow your heart, or you know, it was like really like that, and he was hard on saying he was not polite.
Yeah,
No.
he just said it as it is. Didn't spare the words
Yeah.
or make it beautiful as it is.
No.
This is how it is.
so after that we all went to the divine, to the crown chakra, which is hidden in the back, and then he said, there is the pearl. This is the pearl, and shows us the small place where the whole truth is just in this small frame. And he talks a lot. I can't remember exactly what he said. But even, well, could you understand anything or?
In that moment, yes.
Yeah.
But it's like I knew exactly everything, but then now it's like almost like a dream a bit. You
Yeah.
know, it's hard to.
Yeah. What I remember the most is that just above us it was Polaris, the northern star, and he said, "This pearl is in your heart as Polaris in the heaven." remember that your pearl never must never move. Is the main point, and the rest can move around. But just be yourself, and then all this darkness, which was like, this is my fear, this is my, it turns like in a Christic way of changing it, and he said, now you can say and present yourself and say who you really are. And he started to say the I am for every chamber.
Yes.
And it was like the message of like the Christianity messages. And
He also said it in Slovenian.
yeah. In Portuguese, well.
In many languages.
Yeah. And then he said in the seven I am. The seven kinds of I am. I am the path, I am the creator, I am I am who I am. I am love. I am truth. I am light. I am divine. But it was really, really hard and really strong
How did you
experience
feel it?
for me.
Yeah, how did you feel it?
Yeah, it was like I felt like, I don't know. It was really weird. It was like I felt like I was in a movie, like it was like a movie for me, like how do you call it, character, you know, like something like that. Because if I, in my reasonable mind, I would never do that. You know, it's that, act like that. It was really weird, but I felt really tired when he went away.
It's very dense energy.
Yeah, it's very dense energy, opposite to what Todd or others felt. It's like very hard. But it's the polarity, you know, dark and light. Yeah, so I guess this is because tomorrow we are going to the light, the Temple of Light in Edfu, the Temple of Horus. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to now.
Yeah, we're on the way. So tomorrow we're there. And if you want to connect with us, just take a look at pictures of the temple. And so, is there something specific people can focus on?
Well, what we are going to do is to look at ourselves. So maybe feel like you are in that temple, in the Temple of Horus, and see yourself, observing yourself like in a mirror, kind of a mirror, or connect with the sun, with the energy of the sun, which is what the temple means. So the main word of this temple in Edfu is I am the light. So that's where we are going. I don't know if there is anything else to say.
I think
we need to sleep.
We need to rest. So see you soon. That's all for now. And yeah, we are enjoying still the beautiful view with the cows.
Yeah.
And
look at this.
Look.
The only fertile region of the Nile, just 2 blocks. Well, bye.
Bye, see you.
See you tomorrow.